I'm just gonna start recording now and bye.
Guess he's gone.
You get two things whenever Mark's in the car. You get comedy, and then you get this.
That's weird.
Connecting to audio.
Hi, how are we?
There he is.
Ah, there he is.
You're not gonna hold it while you drive, are you?
I was thinking about it.
Oh, fuck.
Why? What's wrong with that?
Well, because Nesbitt will have to do an in memoriam for you.
Right.
Well, I'm watching the road. I'm not looking at you fuckers.
So glad I started recording now, so we have evidence.
Yeah.
All right,
So
Hank's
I'm
got
recording
a
too, I
dog
don't know
problem, so yeah, here we go.
Hank's got a dog problem.
So Hank is going to be. By the way, welcome top of the table. Monday, July the 5th. We've been gone for a while. Life's gotten in the way. Brian, Hank has guests coming over, and his dog gets a little aggressive.
So you gotta give him some doggy downers.
I guess, I don't know, or hold him down, or be equally aggressive. I don't know. Chris Ballard joining us, and
Hello.
Mark is on the road.
Okay, wait. It's like for the 100th time, I have to ask: is it Ballard or is it Ballard?
It's Ballard.
Ballard.
So it's both.
Yeah. Yeah.
Almost
Ballard.
Bell End, but Ballard.
Very close. Yeah, I have kind of resigned myself to it being Ballard because that's how Americans say it. But it's funny, after I was teaching my fiance, now wife, how to say it, she was a lot more militant about it than I am. So now I feel like I have to defend my own name again.
We almost have our hashtag right out of the gate.
Yeah.
I was. Yeah. The other day, Dana was on the phone with some service desk, and the dude kept calling her Mrs. Villa. You know, I'm 51 years old. I've been putting up with this shit my whole life. But it's really, really funny to watch a really, East Coast raised white girl get all uppity over the fact that some dude can't pronounce her Spanish last name. It's pretty goddamn funny.
Hey, have you ever had her pick a font yet, by the way? So here's the way the show works. Hank will be joining us at some point, or not.
Maybe.
Lori McKenzie was going to join us today, but this has been one of those. Hey, can you record tonight? Hey, can you record tomorrow? Hey, can you go in 5 minutes?
Right.
For the last 3 weeks. So 2 weeks
ago.
One
day we will get Lori and D-Dub on together.
Yes.
I cannot go in 5 minutes. I need at least 20 minutes of fluffing.
Right. Then your wife shows up.
Yeah.
I will ask a series of questions. You will provide either a quick answer, an educated answer, a combination of both, or neither. And then for those of you scoring at home or just listening, you can play along with the hashtag that will come up organically through the show.
Holy shit, I was just doing 110. I'm going to set my cruise control right now while I'm thinking about it.
That is Exhibit B.
Let me get down to 80. Because, okay. Oh, let me get my finger off the camera first, too.
That's all right. Nobody's
I haven't
watching.
said that in a while. Okay, cruise control set at 80. Right. Oh, wait, no, I just turned cruise control off. Hold on. There we go. Fuck yeah.
This is the first time you've driven a car.
This isn't the first time he's been on the show driving a car.
No.
Yeah.
Last time I drove to New Mexico, we did the show.
Yep.
Brian, me, and Hank.
Yep. So we love to start off our show with our segment we call Ladies First. As we've each and our guests have picked a NWSL team to follow. We went through an international break, 2-week international break, and then we missed 2 weeks, so it's been a while. And we are back. I know how Mark's team did. We're gonna go We're gonna go Mark next. Mr. Ballard, how's your Gotham team doing?
Yeah, good. They're doing okay. I think prior to, the last time that we spoke, they had just been doing binary scores like 1-0, 0-1, 1-1. They did get a 3-0 victory over OL Reign a couple of weeks ago, which is positive. And then they went back to the binary 1-1. So they're squarely mid-table-ish. I think they're fourth or fifth. I forget exactly. But this being American soccer, you don't need to finish first.
Right. You just have to make the playoffs.
Yeah. And I'm still holding out hope that myself and Hank will get to have an outing in October as his team, Louisville?
Yes.
Yeah, come down to Red Bull Arena.
Hank's team, by the way, Louisville, could potentially be gaining some women's national team players now that Tobin Heath and Kristen Press have returned from Manchester, and Louisville owns their both players' rights.
Yeah.
Be very interesting to see how that goes. North Carolina Courage, they're sitting top of the table in the NWSL. 2 points over Orlando. Mark, your team had a signing this week.
Yeah, the 15-year-old. I can't remember her name off the top of my head. I was camping all week.
Olivia
So
Moultrie.
Moultrie, that was it. Moultrie. I kept thinking Molt. I couldn't get the
She's
street
been
part.
training with them for years, hasn't she?
Yeah, she'd already been training, and she played in the preseason tournament with them, but her discovery rights are owned by. Oh gosh, I completely just blanked on that.
No, was it discovery rights, or was it the NWSL weird rule about age and?
No, it was both. Her rights had to be traded, but they also took the NWSL to court. And coincidentally or oddly enough, there has been no marketing or acknowledgement. You would think, anybody else, they would say, "Hey, holy cow, look what happened. Congratulations."
Yeah.
Right.
But there hasn't been a big deal about, youngest debut at 15.
Which is just stellar.
Right.
When I was 15, I was just masturbating and trying to not get a boner with the chalkboard. So for this young lady to be playing professional sports at 15, handling herself exceptionally well.
Not in the reference to which you've made of handling yourself.
Sorry. Hold on.
Oh, Jesus.
Look, there's a fucking woolly mammoth up on the mountain up there. Do you see it?
You just say we
Never
did.
mind.
Move on.
Okay, we're moving on. Anyway, I'm just in awe of this young lady, and I hope she has a wonderful career. I hope she stays healthy. I hope she does something for the Thorns this year. And, fuck yeah, good for her.
So there we go. That's our ladies first segment, Hank. I think we covered for him. Hey, while Hank's not here, let's start with question number one. How hard did you laugh when New England lost at FC Dallas?
I was camping, so I was laughing pretty goddamn hard.
Oh,
Wait, was I
oh my God! Right on time. literally as I say that, right on time. Joining us is the Caesar Milan of the New England Revolution, Hank Alexander.
Dog whisperer. I love it.
So we've already covered your Racing Louisville potentially getting two women's national team members. Question number one: how hard did you laugh at Hank when New England lost at FC Dallas? And you showed up.
Yeah, that was pathetic.
Ballard, how hard did you laugh?
I didn't laugh that much because I like New England and I don't like Dallas. So it's not very exciting.
Fair enough. Hey,
I think Mark put it best though, when he said that typically they play down to your opponents. I mean but Pepe did well, 2 good goals, and can't fault him that.
But Mark also texted me and said that Bruce Arena looks like the human embodiment of Homer Simpson.
I've been saying this for years. Look at Bruce. Take a good look at him. His jowls, the way his mouth makes it happen orange, and his nose. He is fucking Homer Simpson. I'm telling you, it's been bothering the shit out of me for years. Hank, did you get to watch the game the other night on Saturday?
Which one?
Columbus.
The Revolution Columbus game.
I did not. I was at a wedding.
All right.
But I saw the highlight.
You were having. So did the ball bounce off of Farrell, or the clip I saw was a bad angle? So did it bounce off his head or his shoulder? Do you know?
I didn't see I didn't get the angles.
Okay.
But it looked just all around crazy, right? I mean, are you talking about where he got pushed in by Zardes?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, to me, it looks like clearly he was about to make a play on the ball, and Zardes just ran into both of them, and that's the way it goes sometimes. But
Yeah, I mean, the way I looked at it, it looked like if you zoomed in, I got it on my phone, granted, if you zoomed in really, really close and tried to do a frame by frame, it looked like the keeper took out Farrell's leg as he was they're both trying to kick the ball at the same time that Zardes ran into the back of them. So I don't know how you call any of it. I would have been okay if they called it. I'm perfectly fine they didn't call it. It's a weird thing. I just can't figure out how the keeper was so far off his line. And it looks like it bounces off Farrell, but I really can't tell how or where it bounced off.
It takes a weird deflection. That's strange. Yeah. They both scrambling back like that. You know, we could talk the whole game about it, the whole show about it, but let's not. Wait, can we go back to the part where we're getting 2 internationals on Louisville? I missed that memo.
Louisville owns Kristen Press and Tobin Heath's rights, and they have finished their 1-year contracts at Man United. So they could potentially go to Louisville or be traded somewhere.
I mean, they'll likely get traded.
So there you go. Speaking of that Columbus and New England game, question number 2, Columbus and Austin stadiums debuted this week. Which one is more impressive? Got the lower.com in Columbus and the Q2 in Austin. Hank.
I haven't seen either, so
great,
I'm going to go with Q2. I haven't been at either stadium. I mean, you can say I've seen some clips from the games, but
right, that's fine.
Yeah,
okay.
Q2. Okay. They got Matthew McConaughey.
Sure. Ballard.
Apart from the name, I'd have to say lower.com because they don't have Matthew McConaughey, but they do have Frankie Haydock, who is awesome. I love that dude, and I love that he's involved with the setup there. I think the jackhammer on the concrete's a little bit hokey, but it's a bit of fun, so really no harm.
We're gonna get into that in just a second. Mark, have you seen either stadium? Any clips of either stadium?
I saw the green LED light up drums in the dark when what's his face scored the first goal at what's it's called park
Gallagher
down there in the Austin
Q2.
Okay, that's weird. What's Q2?
It's the name of the company that sponsored it.
Something.
It's like lower.com.
What do they do?
It's like the Dignity Health. I think they're a tech company.
Oh, okay.
So this is what I'm leading to. Which would you rather have for your team? A Matthew McConaughey type bongo drum lead or the Columbus Crew, whatever the F that was, with the jackhammer? Mark?
Well, considering I'm known for my jackhammering,
Hank,
I would think here's the thing about that.
It
was just so goofy, man.
No, you missed the part where we were discussing the new 15-year-old girl that's playing for the NWSL, and somehow it turned into the way that he would
jackhammer.
No, himself. Yes.
Yes.
I was explaining that I was a malcontent 15-year-old.
No.
Here's this wonderful
I'm
young
gonna mute
lady
you.
playing a professional.
God damn it, Hank.
I think if the jackhammer is organic, then that's fine, like Timber Joey. But if it's not, then don't force it. Stupid.
All right, Chris.
I mean, they are both pretty lame. It does seem like they've seen what's happened in Portland for the past 10, 11 years, however long it is, and thought, we should do that. What do we like? Wow, we like construction guys. Okay, fine, let's do a jackhammer. What is Austin like? Acid? Okay, let's do some bongos.
Can I throw in a dark horse for you?
Yes.
Soccer Moses playing the
Soccer
guitar.
Moses, fuck yeah.
I did not see that. I feel like I would have remembered that.
I love Soccer Moses.
At Soccer Moses on Twitter.
It's all about Soccer Moses.
He walks down. It's obviously a gentleman that's dressed up, and he's carrying a scarf. It says, "Let my people goal." So Nashville has the Gibson guitar riff of the game, and he comes down and and starts basically like playing Purple Haze Sans effects. So I sent that to our two friends, Mark, and they were both just immediately. I said,
Well, you know, it's a guy from Jars of Clay.
no.
Yeah, it's the lead.
Uh,
It's the lead guitarist from Jars of Clay.
Well, there you go.
Anyway, okay, so oh shit, I can't. Okay, here's the thing. I have to make amends and apologize to Miss Moultrie. In no way was I trying to implicate my imperfections as a 15-year-old human being upon her. I was just pointing out what a malcontent I was, what a horrible child I was, and how amazing she is. That's all I wanted to say.
I would like to
So,
apologize to kicking over this anthill by again kicking over this
It
anthill.
just makes it more awkward, doesn't it?
Just
Oh,
kicked
God.
on it.
Hey,
Step on a few more.
Chicago, and question number 3. Chicago and New England are rebranding. Thumbs up or thumbs down? Let's go Chicago first, Mark.
It's the same. It's the same shield, isn't it? For
No,
both teams,
no,
which have one's a C and one's an R.
no. The Chicago one can best be described as a Chicago Cubs homage, and the New England one was described best as an old-time fire department logo.
Right. It's the same thing.
So thumbs up or thumbs down for Chicago?
Neither.
Okay. Thumbs up, thumbs
It's
down for
unimpressive.
okay. So you are yawning for both.
I am no. New England is a shit show, but that's how I feel about New England in general. However, I think going from the crayon flag to that is a backward step. It's not that I like the crayon flag. It's just I mean, come on.
Semi-iconic.
Kraft
Chris.
couldn't spend a little bit of his hand job money on getting a decent graphic built.
Chris, Chicago, thumbs up, thumbs down.
Chicago's better, so thumbs up for that.
I think anything's better than that. New England.
Thumbs down. Crown flag is iconic, and I really detest how all of these clubs are trying to quote unquote make themselves relevant for a global audience. Maybe make yourself relevant for New England before you think about conquering the world.
That right there is how it's done. Hank, Chicago, thumbs up, thumbs down.
Chicago should go back to its original logo from 1996.
That is correct.
7, whatever it was. And just say, sorry, guys, we had it wrong. We had it right the first time. The New England logo, after reading a great article by Seth on the bentmusket.com about the origins of the Crayola flag. Go read it. You should keep it. Absolutely. 100% keep that thing.
All right. We're going to introduce a new segment this week called Oasis or Mirage. Oh, shit.
Can I interject one thing? It's totally legit and clean. I swear to God. Angel City FC released their crest this past week.
Oh, yes. Holy
Incredible.
buckets.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah,
You
That
guys
was
like
amazing.
it?
I liked it.
No,
I love it. Yeah, it's great.
it's it screams to me. It screams women's team. I'm sorry.
It's which is fine.
Which is fine because that's
on
what
its
it's
own
all
merits.
about.
But the way they released the point by point explanation of it, knowing that it wasn't good standalone, is how it seemed to me.
Right.
That makes sense. That to me was bothersome.
What's the saying? The saying where you say if you have to explain the joke, it isn't funny.
Welcome to the show, Hank.
Hamoud.
Welcome to the show.
Hamoud.
No.
We're going to introduce a new segment. This won't be an every week segment. We'll do it every year. We'll touch base every now and then, called Oasis or Mirage. I'm going to give you a bottom table team, a mid table, and a top of the table team from both conference. You're going to tell me if the way they are playing is an Oasis or a Mirage, meaning they're playing the way they are or they're not. Austin, Hank.
Mirage.
Chris.
Some might say Oasis, but I would say Mirage.
Mark.
Mirage.
Minnesota. Mark.
I haven't even watched Minnesota game. Are they good or bad? I don't know.
What's
I
their
would say Oasis because
Oasis.
what
We
they
we
are.
went from asking if Adrian Healy had been fired yet to they are now fourth in the West. Chris.
Alex,
Yeah,
you're third. I mean, that's not that hard.
The Oasis.
Hank, Ballard said
I'd say
Oasis.
if they're fourth in the West, I'll stick with that.
So they're mid-tier.
That's their Oasis.
Actually, hold on. Let me give the correct. Let me give you their correct place. They're sixth. I'm sorry, they are sixth.
That sounds about right.
Picked mid-tier. Kansas City. Hank.
Don't care.
Okay, well, fair enough. Mark.
Okay, let me make sure I understand this. Oasis is they're punching their weight. Mirage is they're punching way above their weight currently.
Correct.
Okay, I think they're an Oasis. Kansas City always solid.
Yep.
They put up with us for 75 minutes last night, and then dropped 2 on us in the last 15. So they're a solid team.
Move Ballard.
I was keen on Kansas City before the season started, so I had to support my big mouth and say Oasis.
Did you see where Busio is? Their number 10 is headed to Italy.
I did not see that. No.
Mm-hmm. Yep, potentially. Let's move over to the East with Atlanta. I'll stick with you, Ballard.
Mirage.
Hank.
Mirage.
Mark.
Atlanta, Mirage.
Okay. I had some questions here for Lori. I thought she was going to join us, so I threw DC in here because it was brought to our attention. We never talk about DC, and my retort to that was nobody ever watches DC.
Yeah.
Where do
they play again?
I think they play in Northern Virginia. I'm not sure.
No,
DC, Hank.
They're terrible. So if Oasis, yeah.
Well, yeah, they're sixth in the East with
It's like a 4-way tie though,
with
right?
16 points. I mean that's they're 3 points away from being out of third. So there's kind of a jumble there in the East. Chris.
Yeah, there's a jumble.
I mean, they're not exactly supersonic, so I'm going to guess that they're where they should be. Oasis.
Okay.
Yeah, I think they're where they are.
Mark.
Who's it? DC?
Yes.
Oasis. They're nothing without the raccoon.
Finally, New England. Mark.
I'm gonna say. Wait, did I say Mirage for DC?
Yes.
Oasis.
You said Oasis.
Anyway, they're a Mirage. They're shit. New England. I think they're an Oasis. They are who they are, but and they're gonna keep playing the same way. Other teams are gonna figure it out, and it's not gonna negate them.
Yeah.
So I mean, they are who they are.
Not until they fix their problem of playing down to their opponent, and that was something we all talked about. We texted
That's a
each
Bruce
other.
Arena trait.
I know, but that's what I'm saying. Like that's what we all texted each other last week. It was like, who was surprised? And Mark and Hank both came back and said, nope, not at all. That's what happens. Hank, Chris, we'll save Hank for last. Chris.
I think they'll slide away, so Mirage.
Hank, fighting words.
To Mark's point, I think they're playing where they are right now. If they don't figure out their defense, they're going to slide down. So I'm going to say technically they're Mirage. They shouldn't be number 1 in the East right now.
Since Lori McKenzie couldn't join us this week, she wanted me to go ahead and say they wanted to send condolences out to Big Rob, who passed away and lost his battle with cancer. So we send a shout out to him. Also, she wanted me to mention that DC just completely annihilated. And let's stick with that term, Mark. Toronto 7-1 this week, and the Chris Armas era has ended in Toronto, a 1-8-2 record. With all that said, is Josie back in the lineup, or is he still on his way out? Chris?
I think he'll come back. They have to do something.
Hank?
Well, so I think eventually, but I think they're playing in New England this week, or are they playing in Florida?
I will tell you.
I think they're playing in Florida.
If they're playing in Florida, then
no, they are playing in Gillette on 7-7.
So I'm going to say Josie sits this game. He always gets injured at Gillette. So he's not going to play there. But my guess is that he'll be back in the fold soon.
Mark,
What was the question?
Does Josie get a starting?
now
spot
that Chris
back?
Armas has gone to Toronto, is
yes.
Josie will be Josie back in the lineup, or is he still on his way out?
After Toronto got stomped like a narc at a biker rally, they're going to do whatever they can to try and right the ship. They're going to bring Josie back in. They're going to bring back the trainer that Josie loved, who went away when Giovinco left. They're going to do whatever they can to right this ship. Whether they're able to or not, I don't think so. That team should have been turned over completely 2 years ago. So who knows? I think Josie will come back into the fold. Yes.
All right. And our final question. Would anybody like to change any of their preseason picks now that we've seen what's been going on here? Week 11. Chris?
None of us remember what our preseason picks were.
Yeah,
Right. So you can say
did we
anything.
make-
Nobody cares.
So I am gonna stick with.
You know how long it took us to figure out which episode it was Mark was talking about the supporter shield not going on? Like, we are equally as ignorant in our text chain as we are in this stupid show.
Both of our viewers will be okay with that, I'm sure.
Oh,
I'm going to stick with it because I made a decision that I don't recall, but I'm sure it was good at the time.
that is the absolute best vague answer I've ever heard. Puppy, Hank.
I think we're going to, New England's going to win the supporter shield. Yeah, that's what my prediction was. I'm sticking with it.
Okay.
MVP, Carlos Gil. That was my MVP prediction. Yeah.
So all of that to say you don't want to change any picks. Mark.
Did you write them down somewhere? Because I don't remember what I said, but I'm going to say the
You have
Galaxy
to
are
go
gonna...
back and watch the tape.
Oh, damn it! I can't figure out which one it is. Then I'm gonna
The
stick with
very
I'm gonna-
first
I'm
one.
going to stick with whatever I said, which I don't remember what it was.
Fair enough. I'm going to make a bold prediction. That somebody is going to sign Kai Kamara in the next 5 weeks.
Well, someone has
might
to, or
be-
he sits the
It
season.
might
out.
be Toronto.
It might be Toronto. I still think it should be the Galaxy.
I still think it
We-
should be
we-
Dallas.
We
Who-
proved last night we can't score without Chicha.
Dallas is basically using transfer money to pay $3 million a year for Franco Jara, who comes off the bench in the 65th minute. And they're getting ready to sell 19-year-old Tanner Tessman to a recently promoted Serie A team for $3 million.
And they had a
Why not?
53-minute wait for hot dogs.
46-minute wait for hot dogs.
That's unbelievable. This will not stand.
Are they like
So, well,
making
yeah,
the
well,
hot dog, like,
they sold tickets for
grinding
July
the-
4th, and it was
stuffing the wieners right there, like linking their own sausage?
July 4th. You buy tickets, all you can eat, and there was only one concession stand handling it, and it was a 46-minute wait.
That's one way to keep the cost down.
There you go. Well, yeah, when you're standing on an uncovered concourse in front of a Hall of Fame that's not open on game days. That's gonna wrap. Oh, you know what? International break. My apologies. We don't have time for Evan Reeve to talk about how Sacramento is coming out of the international break. Still winless and goalless in the MLS.
Yeah.
So we need to talk to him about that. If you want, you can play it.
Another stadium yet?
I think they did.
Okay.
Can't remember.
Good.
We need to get Evan
All right.
on to discuss that.
We need to get Evan on and talk about his sack.
It's about the women's team is currently playing Mexico right now. They were 2 up in the 15th minute. I'm not sure where they are right now.
They're probably
Wow.
still in Sacramento. If you want
Are
to
they
play
playing in
along,
Connecticut again?
Yes.
Okay.
if you would like
All right.
to join us and play along, hashtag almost bell end, hashtag ALMOSTBELLEND. It's the only thing that popped up this week.
Yeah.
Almost bell end can join us. We love to hear your responses. We're still trying to juggle and get everybody on. We will probably be recording again next Monday night. Mark, when are you released there?
My show is on Sunday in New Mexico. Then I drive somewhere on Monday, so I can do it anytime Monday, anytime Tuesday. Just let me know.
Okay, so we will try to get a fresh voice on here next week to join us because we have a couple that want to do it. All right, give your socials really quick. And let's get out of here. Ballard.
I'm at Chris J Ballard on the Twitter or at Talking Talkie, second best Talking United podcast on the internet.
Are you guys still doing it in the off season?
Yeah, we've done the post-mortem of the penalty shootout.
Okay, we didn't record while this happened. Just give us a very quick. This was brutal.
We were in the playoff final to get promoted. We scored after 7 minutes. That was disallowed. Reason unclear. We then conceded before halftime. We scored again in the second half. Disallowed again. Reason unclear. Go into the 6 minute of injury time. Our goalkeeper scores to take it into extra time. We are absolutely crushing him in extra time. Then we have a player get injured with a 3-inch gash in his leg. So he's down for 10 minutes. When we come back, the other team kind of figures it out. So we go to penalties. The goalkeeper who scored the goal saves the first 2 penalties for them. Our first guy slips. Our second guy hits the bar. And we lose in sudden death penalties.
So typical English penalties.
Yeah.
Oof. That's brutal. Sorry to hear that.
Wow.
It was I was rather.
Hey, maybe they should go to VAR.
Yeah, they don't
wait.
really have VAR at that level. I mean, they barely have referees apparently.
So what would they have been promoted to?
League 2.
League 2. Okay.
Yeah,
That's not bad.
which
That's
has
what,
been
fifth
traditionally
division?
Talkies level for the past 100. For most of their history, they've been in that division, but the last 10 years have been.
That's like what, 5th division?
We're in the 5th division now. League 2.
Okay, so you beat League 2's 4th division. All right.
Yeah.
So they would have been promoted to 4. Okay. Hank.
At Hisco 5, basically all social media platforms. I only pay attention to Twitter though. Sometimes
You post on Instagram too.
Instagram too. Yeah, if you're lucky, I might let you follow me.
Mark, are you stopped on the side of the road?
I think he's frozen.
Oh God. Oh geez. He's
Yeah,
also
on Twitter. I have an Instagram. I don't know what it is.
Hold on, he's at hold on. He's at the Mark Villa on Twitter. He doesn't know what he is on Instagram. You buffered and it all came in there and like
Yeah, I'm at the mark.
And you're out again.
Fans with lots of neck and underball shots, lots of side ball. So I'll let you guys.
I can't turn him off. You have to do it, Brian. I'm poking at his face.
sorry.
And nothing's happening.
And just realized
my
Bear's back
screen
here living his best life.
He's been awesome.
Let's face it,
that's why I zoomed in on my dog. I was thinking that they could hang out together.
So my wife sits up here and she's on Zoom all day and he sits literally right there and he
pretty
just
good.
sleeps. And so she was in a meeting one day and I could hear the audio. I was outside and I heard a lady like, "Oh my God." And all Bear did, if you're watching this, switch to the video. He just rolled over and the lady thought it was a blanket and didn't realize it was a dog. It scared her. So now she's like, "Oh, I have meetings. You can't come in today because I'm meeting with so-and-so." But people like he's become kind of a celebrity, which is as long as there's one of us on this show. At Brian Bentley on Instagram and Twitter, whatever. At Top of the Table TV on Twitter, topoftheTable.tv. Online, you're more than welcome to watch this. You can follow along at Almost Bellin. Our apologies again to Evan Ream. We'll try to get him on. I can only assume that Mark is in a bad coverage area and not in a not being pulled over by the police.
That would be hilarious, though, wouldn't it? I mean, terrible.
Yeah.
But also-
Well, I mean, we do have him here quoting he was going 110 miles an hour right when we started.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. So, hey, that's it. Anybody want to throw in anything before we go?
I am disappointed at the lack of appreciation for my 5 Oasis puns in the Oasis versus Mirage section. But,
Didn't catch any of them.
No, apparently you did not. I was so pleased with myself. Yeah.
And you know what? I'm a little disappointed. I didn't. Whenever we were talking about Minnesota, I didn't throw in a Wonderwall one.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just as guilty now. Well, now I'll actually go back and have to listen to this to find out.
Yeah.
So here we go. Contest. We'll do a contest. First person that can go find, give specifics, find Ballard's 5 Oasis references, and message at Top of the Table TV, and then put in at Brian Bentley. Hit us both on Twitter. I'll send you a prize.
Can I play?
No, you
Speaking
can't play.
Oh.
There was talk at one point about convening at Kansas City for a match.
Yes, I think we
At
need
some
to do
point.
that for sure.
Do we want to do the USA Gold Cup game?
When is it?
It's at the end of July.
No, I'm going to
Yeah,
Disney
I
World
know-
in the end
I
of
won't be able
July.
to go in July. There's a chance I'm supposed to.
So that's a no. We'll move on.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll definitely try to figure out. I think we're going to try to do a centralized
autumn.
meetup, but we can still do it in Kansas City.
Yeah, it's a good spot. Let's do
All right.
that.
Well,
I've got
hey,
a lot of vacation time I have to use.
well, fair enough. For Chris, Hank, and hopefully Mark, who's not currently being arrested, tased on the side of the road, and Brian, we appreciate you for listening. We'll see you again next week on Top of the Table.